The finalized Team USA U19 World Cup roster has been announced. 12 players made this team. I will run through every single name on this list, and then we can give our full reactions to the final cuts. Michael Brown, AJ DeBonsa, Caleb Holt, Daniel Jacobson from Purdue, Jasper Johnson from Kentucky, Merez Johnson from Michigan, Nick Kamenia from Duke, JJ Mandequit, Brandon McCoy, Koa Pete, Jordan Smith Jr., and Tyron Stokes. That is your 12-man Team USA roster. No Chris Sinak is the first thing that jumped out to me. Daniel Jacobson did make the team over Chris Sinak, even though we shared some feedback from before the weekend that Jacobson was not as good as Sinak at this event. So I have some thoughts on what this could mean. Obviously, big for the Purdue big man, but what's your reaction to the roster reveal here, Cart?
Politics. A lot of no, I'm just kidding on it. Look, uh, the roster's got a lot of talent. I was surprised that Sanak got cut, given like some of the feedback we were seeing, because like I straight up like a lot of the stuff that I heard was that Jacobson looked a little bit of a step slow coming back from his injury, and had a little bit of like 7'4" wacky inflatable two-man to him going on in this tournament. It just seemed a step slow in the camp, but nonetheless, he was able to make the roster over some other guys, and there was obviously some guys that had to kind of bow out. I think there was actually a report that Jordan Smith like hurt himself earlier and like withdrew, but like somehow he's on the roster now. I don't know, some interesting things going on, but I think the players that the starters are in place. I think you know who that's going to be. I think the best players did make it. I was, you know, obviously my position on it. Sanak not making this team was surprising to me.
Yeah, I mean, based on all the feedback from basically all sides involved, Merez was the best center. Chris Sinak was the second best, or Malachi Moreno was actually the second best before getting hurt, but he pulled himself out. It was like a mutual "you're cut" type thing. Jacobson was behind that. Now, I will say, I don't think it's politics. I know you were kidding using that word, but like, I do think this signifies this. I think it signifies that like Jacobson's experience with Team USA really does matter here. He started on this team last year, and bottom line is this: I think they would have cut Jacobson if Sanak was sizably better. And I know I kind of hit the panic button on Friday of like let's slow things down with Jacobson, but look, even as Sanak kind of got the write up for being the second best big in training camp, part of the write up was like, yeah, he's been a little up and down. Like after day one, it was like the coaches were a little surprised he's not further along right now. And if you've got those feelings about all of your bigs, sounds like that was true with Sinak and Moreno and Jacobson. Guess who you're going to go with? You're going to go with the 7'4" dude who started for the team last year. So it was on Chris Sinak and Malachi Moreno to come in and earn a spot and beat him out. If Daniel Jacobson left the door open, those guys had to sprint through it and take it. And ultimately, they just didn't, is what the sounds of it were. Even if you think they were marginally better, or some reporters said they were marginally better, they weren't sizably better than Daniel Jacobson, and that's how you end up with him on the roster. With that said, I mean, the reports were that Merez was sizably better than Daniel Jacobson. Do you think we're going to see a switch between which one starts and which one comes off the bench? Because these were the two centers on the U18 team last year for this staff. So they are very familiar with going to an event like this and being the big man rotation. Just it will be a flip if Merez is the starting center on this year's team.
I think Merez will be a starter on this year's team.
Yeah.
I think Merez will be the starter, and then I think like you have kind of a switch up, different type of feel. Like to your point, Jacobson singularly brings something that others on the roster don't bring, and other bigs that were here don't bring. He's 7'4", he's massive, and he blocks shots.
Yeah.
So I think I think you kind of pencil him as a bench big, a little bit of a switch up, and then Merez will be the starter.
Yeah. Okay. I think so too. Do we want to project a full starting lineup then here? This video is brought to you by NBA 2KLab.com. 2K Lab worked with us last summer as well. They're one of our favorite entities in all of sports gaming. We want to show you their college basketball stadium locator challenge game. And I'm going to share a screen right now as we do this. South Carolina, bang. Oh,
Ooh,
okay, that's pretty good. Next, North Carolina. Why are we only getting the Carolinas?
please
Bang.
lock in.
St. John's, that's New
New
York.
York.
Bang.
Where's New Jersey?
We're on fire. Colorado. I actually don't know what state Colorado is.
It's it's in Colorado. There's a state of
Is that
Colorado.
this one?
It's to the right of Phoenix.
Anyway, you get the picture. This game's really fun. They've got more games as well, like Guess the NBA Player, Mystery Fantasy Draft, and more. Stay tuned for all of the college football content and games that they'll be putting together to help you get the best experience out of college football 26. Back to the video.
Yeah, who you got?
So, the way I'm viewing this, tell me if you think I'm wrong. I think there are three guys that are guaranteed starters, and then the fourth for me would be thinking Merez will start over Jacobson. I'm not completely convinced. Like maybe the staff is just like we're going to start the 7'4" dude. Doesn't matter. That's what they did last year. But I think based on all reports, Merez will get the nod at center. The three guys to me that will guaranteed start on this team are AJ DeBonsa, Michael Brown, by all reports, the two best players at this event. And then I think Koa Pete with them. I think you're going to see Michael at point guard. I think you're going to see DeBonsa and Koa Pete sort of on wings and front court spots. You need big time size at the 3 and the 4 if you're going to start Merez, a 6'9" center at the 5. That would allow you to do so. So if we're presuming Michael DeBonsa, Koa Pete, Merez, that would leave one spot up for grabs in the starting lineup. But do you think I'm viewing that the right way? Do you think those four are locked in?
Yeah, I think that's a fair way to lock it in. It's just, and to me, it'd be who's that other, like, are they gonna? Because I mean, when I'm looking at the roster, I think it might be one of the young bulls.
So options for that fifth spot. It could be Caleb Holt. It could be Jasper Johnson. It could be Brandon McCoy. I wouldn't even be shocked if it's Nick Kamenia. Jordan Smith Jr. with the injury stuff would be a little surprising to me. The one that I'm kind of rooting for to win that spot is Tyron Stokes.
Mm.
I think if we ran out Michael Brown, Tyron Stokes, DeBonsa, Pete, and Merez, that would be one of my favorite like Team USA teams ever.
That team would be nasty.
But I don't know. I like that would feel low on guards, I guess, if you did go Tyron DeBonsa at the 2 of the 3.
Yeah, I think I go. I think I go Michael, Caleb Holt, Debansa, Pete, Merez.
Caleb Holt then.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Can I make a bold prediction on this Team USA event?
please.
Koa Pete, MVP of this event.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that'd go a long way. That's because Cole Pete MVP while what's it that one NBA player's kids at home?
Who's that?
What's his name?
Darren
The
Peterson?
no that the one with the NBA dad with the hairline.
Oh,
What's his? Cam Boozer.
Lil Skip Alston.
Why is it Reese Austin here?
Yeah, I don't know. Too little. Okay. All right. Yeah. Disrespect to the boosters aside, I think I feel like Koa Peak could end up the most productive player this week. DeBonsa is awesome, and so is Michael. But those guys like they have one cold shooting night and it could swing everything. Whereas Koa Pete, I feel like could just be like 18 and 8 every single game.
Yeah. Also, it's gonna be fun to watch because we don't have to do like the fake "oh the world is catching up" thing. Like this, the Team USA, the under at the U19 level, we just come and we lay shit down.
So there's one team I think is a threat. Do you know who I'm going
Oh,
to
here we
say?
go.
Do you know who I'm going to say?
No, who?
Let me pull up the roster just so I firmly have this. But
Canada,
I think there's one team that's going to give the U.S. a game.
Canada.
Germany.
Sure. Who's on the German team?
Christian Anderson is starting at point guard.
Oh,
Christian Anderson starting at point. Jack Cale, the guy that people thought Michigan was going to get for a while, is starting at the 2. Those guys are absolutely good enough to start on many teams in all of college basketball. Eric Ryby is their starting center. There's a
ooh.
world that Eric Ryby is better than Merez and Daniel Jacobson right now. We don't know. And then they got a wing, Steinbach. I'm not super familiar with who he is, but a lot of people really like him. So
Would Steinbach make the U19 team?
Hans Steinbach.
Would any of those guys you just named make the USA team?
Christian Anderson would be our best guard, I think, don't you?
No,
What?
no.
What?
Michael Brown's on the team.
Oh, Steinbach's going to Washington.
No.
He looks like Garrick Normand.
God damn, Washington's awesome. What about Jay? Honestly, watch JJ Mandaquit start.
I do think Christian Anderson, Jack Cahill, and Eric Ribey would make the USA team. I think Jack Cahill's better than JJ Mandaquit. I think Christian Anderson is significantly better than Jasper Johnson. And I think
Okay, that's fair. The whole best guard thing is crazy though.
Christian Anderson might be Team USA's best guard
No,
right now.
no,
You're saying Michael's clearly better.
yeah. And
Don't you have Christian Anderson as?
I'm a Christian Anderson guy.
Yeah, I thought you had him as potential All-American this year.
Yeah, Michael Brown might win National Player of the Year.
Stop it. It's the same realm, though, right?
Don't you're not gonna realm me. You don't let no, we're not realming here.
We don't realm. This isn't a
You don't
realm.
realm. If I can't
Okay.
realm, you can't realm.
All right, no realms. I'm excited about this team. It should
We're
be.
bringing that shit to your doorstep, Germany.
I can't wait for Merez to return to Ann Arbor with a gold medal and lots of assist clips because they let him dribble and pass.